I just started to take on this attitude, and I've always had it, but even in that time, it's like, you know what? I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what happens to me. I don't care what I have to go through. If this is who I am, if this is what defines me, then I need to stand on that, because when I leave this world, this is what's only thing that's going to be here to show who Travis Williams was.
Will you choose life? You stand still at the fork in the road, as a morsel of meat ready to be devoured by the mouth of hell clasped with brimstone teeth, or dying delicately at the pearly gates. Whichever you choose leaves you forever digested in the belly of time. Would you choose life? One path has many lanes and all are fast. Everyone wants to be first and tries to pass the last, but they all run out of gas and eventually crash. The other path is a one-way street, narrow, with signs of the times warning not to meet. The other path, as the travel endured, is for the meek. Will you choose life?
I am Trav Da Poet. I am a spoken word artist and a rapper. I was going through life dealing with my own issues, which is why the first album was called Issues of Life. But I bottled all that up and I put it into the writing. A lot of these poems were from college age, so I was like 18 to like 25. In that piece, I'm talking about like what am I afraid of as far as like sharing the gospel, sharing my faith. When I really look at the words and look at how I felt around that time, it's just anything in this life. Like, what are you really afraid of that's holding you back from doing what you need to do? So they capture a lot of my thoughts and experiences at that time. But I decided that just because I might be a little older when I release it, it doesn't mean that the words themselves won't impact people. So throughout all of that, I knew that I had to maintain who I was and to keep that hope alive. And I need to rely on the stuff in my past, because that's what helped me get to this point when I was in a better place, like financially or just emotionally.
So a lot of your project was born out of this like waiting season. What were you learning in that time?
I was learning a lot of patience and a lot of, just holding on to hope, because my wife, I married her when Trump just got out of office. There's 3 parts of the marriage visa and green card application for like a spouse. The first 2, you can pinpoint exactly how long it's going to take once you submit the application. But that 3rd part, when they scheduled the interview, it was based on the amount of visas that the United States was going to allow for that particular country. And because there was a backlog and Ethiopia had been going through a war, it was a lot that was going on. And I'm like, when is this going to end? I gave this to God. It makes me feel good because I was able to put that pain into those songs, while I was waiting.
What's good? I'm Ryan Miller, and I'm an audio engineer, music producer. And yeah, we're here at Smash Studios, where I'm one of the head engineers. But we're out here recording a bunch of songs for Trav. He was the first person I worked with that was really putting in work with the spoken word. He started talking all this wisdom straight up. Every project he's put out, I feel has gotten better and better. And now we're on maybe our 5th project together or something like that. So it's pretty cool.
Do you feel the presence of God while you're recording?
Yes, I do. I feel like I'm doing His will. I feel like He's speaking through me. This is something that is going to affect others. And these words that I'm saying are a ministry and they're for God. So it has to come from a pure and undefiled heart.
The angels be thrust from the sky, Yahweh ingrained His name in Jesus before you were known. Who was reigned with pain ceaseless, cord and flesh and bone, disdain for your gain and peace. He bore our sin alone, the love so proceeds, forced him to briefly give up the throne. Behooved to suffer and rise up your problems as king. You're created in the same image, destined for great things. God is the light, lights given to all men. Seek the Lord for insight to ignite the wick within your heart.
To be honest, I love Trav's message on all of his projects. Dealing with faith, dealing with God. There's a message to have faith to overcome things.
I try to make sure that I'm delivering this to not bring glory to myself, but to God.
Yo, Trav.
Yes, sir.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, man. It was good.
Do you want to take it from the top again and just do another take so we have it?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
My name's Chad. I'm a music producer. I met Trav at a boxing gym, actually. Like, I overheard him talking about music. I think it was like a couple months before he like told me like he had this idea for a spoken word album based off of the book that he wrote.
When I put the book out in 2011, 2012, I ideally wanted to put an album behind that, like around that same time, but you know, life happened.
Really tried to make sure that it was his voice that like shone through in each track.
Revisiting this, it was like I was a different person, and so each beat that he gave me like built up my confidence more. At the end of it, I was like, "Yo, you can do what you want because I trust you. Like you've given me great work."
To me, they're doing what art is meant for, to actually like spread a message, relate to people, or like give inspiration to people's lives, which I feel like his music does.
Physically, how I prepare is, you know, I want to make sure my breathing is good. We'll even come up with a beat on the spot. They'll lay down like the drum pattern and maybe like the basics of the beat. You know, I rap on it, do my spoken word, and then later fill in everything else. So it just depends on the amount of time that I have.
Yeah, the 3 tracks I worked on was Image and Likeness of God, Shelter from the Storm, and also Feather on Angel's Wings.
Word.
All right.